Hello everyone and welcome to another coaching session with Jack, and we are going to hit the track in Bahrain with the race setup, please. With the race setup of Jack, he is on the track. We're about to get going and join him in the Ferrari. And obviously we're gonna have a little bit of a look into his driving and his driving lines. Gonna adjust them a little bit. And whenever we find something else that might be off,
perfect.
We are investigating on it. Yeah, so I think the tires will take 2 or 3 laps to like really get on the temperature.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't do too much of that though. Like, as much as it brings heat into the tires, it obviously scrubs the tire itself. So unless you do a single shot quali, I wouldn't recommend the tires like this.
Oh, 35% is interesting. Unless that's just because it's cold tires.
Yeah, I think you've heated up the fronts more than the rear. Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. I've not felt that before.
So I think target lap times might be high 46s, mid 46s. Depending on how much temperature you get into the tires, but let's check it out.
Did you do 2 times fuel?
Nope.
That's fine. That'll be fine, don't worry.
And do it for the next one if it's specifically for the Masters. Because like at the end of the day, the same driving technique applies anyway.
Yeah.
I know it's just about the comparability.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I think the main thing for me is just like, yeah, little tinkers in the setup. Any like, just anything you spot that I'm doing wrong, I guess. Doesn't need to be exactly the same. This is the first time today I've been on Bahrain, so it's a bit rusty. I don't even know what my best lap is, to be honest. So
yeah, okay, that's fine. We're just gonna see where we're at and go from there.
Yeah.
Are you sure you want to drive that kind of an oversteery car?
It's definitely a bit more oversteery than I'm used to, yeah. Might be worth dialing it back a bit. We'll see. To be honest, I'm driving like an idiot, so I'm not like dialed in at all.
So I already see a couple of small suggestions possible. because that looks very much, yes, not just oversteering, but also like very aggressive in steering.
Maybe a touch oversteering.
What's your brake bias?
52.8.
What's your ARBs?
C1, sorry, CP1. And AP3.
Put the AP to like the rear to AP1 and the front to AP to CP2 or so. Like this is a roll issue.
Yeah.
Adjusted?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just not dialed in at all. I'm driving like an idiot. Probably should have done some laps here today, but I just didn't get time.
Is the car now too understeery for you?
No, it feels okay. Let me try through here. Feels fine.
Okay.
Traction feels a little bit limiting, but I don't know if that's what it should be. Yeah, car feels fine.
If it's limiting too much, you can always open the traction control.
It's limiting on corner exit, so would that be the slip angle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, likely. Depends on what your cut is set to.
9.
Oh yeah, then it's the cut itself. Put it to 6.
Sorry. 779. I'll try 6. Yeah, it's better.
You can put the front to CP2.
Yeah, it's on CP2.
Give it a CP1.
Okay. Like I'm not even changing down gear correctly. Driving is so stupid.
Use first gear here.
Yeah. Don't know why I didn't grab first.
Also try to steer less. I think you're putting a lot of steering lock into the turns.
Yeah. Yeah, you mentioned that last time. Is that just like giving it more rotation from the brake?
No, it's just giving you more front grip if you turn less. Like you're over rotating on the front and then the front just starts scrubbing.
But how do you turn less but turn the corner? Carry less speed?
Maybe only on the entry.
Okay. I'm braking a bit too early there.
I think braking is fine. You should be done a bit earlier so that when you turn in, the car actually rotates. Remember, as long as on the brake it doesn't rotate.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's much better. I don't see too much wrong in driving lines. Maybe this hairpin and then this upcoming hairpin. Yeah, remember first gear there.
Yeah, just not feeling it, to be honest. I just don't feel very dialed into the track at all. Too early.
It's fine. Like, I think there's a couple of habit issues, like you're turning in like pushing a button. Like, you wait till the turn comes and then you turn in very rapidly.
Oh, it's like, what?
And with that, you are like overwhelming the outside front tire.
Yeah.
And then it just never builds up the grip.
Okay.
Like, especially when these tires are kind of lenient anyway, but if we imagine that they get a bit more sensitive to when it comes to load, you'll just go straight if you like wait till the turn and then just speed.
Almost like how you scrub them for one-shot quali, I guess, but less extreme.
No, you want to be driving in a very round and dynamic way. So you don't want to approach a turn and then like turn in like a keyboard, like pressing a button and the wheel goes yeet.
Yeah, no, sorry, I meant I'm doing what you do if you
yes,
try
yes.
and warm them up.
Yeah, yeah. Especially in those hairpins where it is like really an issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's much better. And will give you a much better exit as well.
Yeah.
You can mount the curb in turn 1 with half of the car. Like, that should not give you a track limit. But it will ease up the way into turn 2.
Okay.
Also in the turn 10 hairpin, try to brake more from the outside. So you don't want to touch the inside curb on the approach to the hairpin.
Yeah.
The one that's coming up after this one. You want to stay more to the right and want to be a little bit more away so that you have like a more straight braking zone. So you turn in like now. Yes. Go to the outside curb and then turn in. Exactly like that. A little bit tighter, like you can also mount half of the curb there. But that way you're just decreasing the overall radial of the corner.
Yeah.
And it makes locking up less likely, and generally like you have a much easier flow into the turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, second gear corner here, I think. That was already a much better, like, driving through it. Sadly too long on the brakes still when on turning. Like initial turning was understeer.
Yeah.
That looks good. In that left corner, really huck half the way of the car with the inside curb.
Okay.
Doesn't give you a cut, but it nicely drags you around the corner.
Yeah.
Off the brake.
I think what makes me scared going out wide there is like I feel like the rear is just gonna come round.
Yeah, but then it's a
Why do I
general
go?
setup issue.
Yeah, I think the coast is maybe too aggressive. I'm not sure.
I wouldn't necessarily say so because you still understeer a lot.
Okay.
I'd probably say suspension is just maybe too much rear wing and too little rake in general. I'm not sure. Yeah, much better.
Yeah. I've broke too late. Fuck's sake.
Try to downshift a little later, like doesn't set up the rear that aggressively.
Yeah. You mean this one, right? So
Yes,
kind of get half on it?
exactly.
Yeah.
Like you already felt that the car's been turned around more easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to fix your setup in a way.
Okay. Yeah, it just doesn't feel. It just feels just on edge there, you know.
Yep.
That's why I have to kind of compromise and go to the left and, you know.
Yeah, that final turn looked good though.
Yeah. Second just feels a bit slow, but it seems the better gear to be in.
It is the better gear, like it gives you the required rotation on the exit. I can still go tighter on turn 1, I think you slightly missed the apex there.
Yeah.
Try to roll a bit faster through turn 2, like just carry it at more speed at turn 4. Yep, that's good. Remember to stay on the outside there. Yeah, sadly too long on the brakes. Like if you just kept the high brake intensity, waited a little bit with a turn-in, that would have given you a better shot there.
The brake, you saying brake more earlier, or?
No, brake longer in a straight way before actually turning in. Like on those hairpins, you really want to be done with braking upon turning.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, when you're done braking and turn in, the car actually rotates.
Yeah.
I think car's a little lazy on the direction changes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you floated the front right already way too much before the actual turn, so that way it just understeers.
Yeah.
It really needs to be like a curve when you load the car.
So turn in earlier and slower?
Yes. Well, no, not turning earlier, but like once you've started locking up the inside tire, you just went full lock to the left, and the car just goes straight.
Yeah.
So despite you lock up, you're not allowed to like increase your steering. Yeah, that was by far the best turn one now. Brake a tad earlier and a little less. There you go. Now it's just like a matter of exits. Taking the momentum now.
Okay, so maybe I was just braking a bit too hard. As well as the turn-in.
You really need to be close to that curb, otherwise the car gets some really weird camber.
Yeah, I've just thrown it all away.
Yeah, good 10-13. Was about to say like try to really maximize the entry from the outside.
Yeah, I think I'm cutting in a bit too much.
I rolled too early into the turn.
Yeah.
Wait a little longer with the turn in there.
Yeah, I was trying something, but yeah, I think the original way was better.
Yeah, I agree. I think initially you were on the brake still when turning in, and then the car just doesn't go around.
Okay. Too
Yeah,
much.
same here.
Sick.
Like when you are on the brake and start turning in, you will have understeer a lot. Actually, that left-hander should be almost flat out in 4th gear, even without a lift.
Flat out, okay.
No, not flat out, but like relatively much throttle without the lift.
Yeah.
Probably you will need to give me the setup real quick after the lap so that I can see what's actually going on. Because the behavior of the car is just weird. In some spots it almost kills you on the rear.
Yeah.
And then the next corner it just dies on the front.
Yeah, it definitely just feels odd. It actually feels like a fixed setup in a way, the way it's like bouncing around. Like I just did some Imola races with the fixed setup, and this feels weirdly similar.
Yeah, just give me the setup real quick because we're running out of time otherwise.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not even sure. Can you send a setup here? Never tried this.
Oh, you mean in game? I've got
Yeah.
it in a I've got it in Discord.
Yeah, okay.
I can get it pretty. I've got it here.
Let me try quickly checking it out. Because that car's just so weird in the way it drives. Like, I see that he's not driving it pitch perfectly right, but at the same time, car's driving really, really odd.
Yes.
Like sometimes really just over rotating on the rear, next corner just like understeering like crazy. Would be my check. Okay, so check. Nicht jetzt. Okay, so oh yeah, on the power go to 35 on the power.
So power and coast 35.
Now put the coast to 40.
Yeah, power 35.
Yes. Front coast minimum, please, and front power also minimum. 10 and 10.
What is that? 10 and 10. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah.
Then yeah, on the third spring on the front to 1 or even detached.
We could try detached. We did that at Fuji.
Yeah. And then spring rate at the front -3 clicks.
Yeah.
Then remember to set the anti-roll bars to like AP2 in the back or AP1 even, and CP2 at the front.
CPU, so CP1 front, AP what on the rear?
AP1, yeah.
So CP1 and AP1.
Yeah. Toe in at the back, -2 clicks, please.
Yeah.
Brake migration off.
Yeah.
And then yeah, give that a try, I think.
Okay. There's quite a lot of changes. We can try that.
Yeah. Make sure to save the setup on the end of the session, though. Or do it already now with a V2 or something, so you don't get lost on it.
Yeah. The disabling the third spring, is that good for? Is that bad for wet weather driving?
On the front, not necessarily. I mean, yeah, obviously the front can go much lower. Like the third spring is controlling the right tide, the dynamic right tide. The softer you put that suspension, the more the front right tide can go down up until it hits corner springs or so. Or the packers, of course.
Because I know you might know him, Omar Ali. He's in the multi-class stuff. he was saying that he was a lot faster disabling it, but it made it really slow in the wet. So I was curious if it was the same for Ferrari.
Could happen, yeah.
I wasn't sure how it worked, so... Is it first gear on exit here, then short shift, or just...
First gear on exit, yeah.
Okay.
Unless you can really put the speed through the corner, but I think it's not possible.
Yeah. Ooh. Felt understeery, but I guess that's just the tyres.
Yeah, for the moment it should be tyres.
It's just like over the bumps, it like feels really stiff and springy through the feedback. I can't describe it. It's just like just a bizarre feel.
Might also be the front anti-roll bar being too soft. Did we run at CP2 before?
We're on CP1. No, only CP1, I think.
Yeah, if it keeps like sketchy like that, put a CP2. But for the moment, just try like this. Need a lap or two to get up to temperature anyway. 11 minutes to go. And remember to be off the brake before turning.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Even if that means like braking 5 or 10 meters earlier.
Okay. It's just such a weird concept to wrap my head around. Just feels so much slower.
Yeah. But it's like, it is like the iRacing way in a way. Like, instead of releasing the full brake in iRacing, obviously you need to carry that 5% around. But best practice in iRacing is also like to do a little bit of a lift before actually hitting the brakes.
Yeah.
And here, like, you need to actually lift before turning in. Like, close into the turn. That Ferrari is a Ferrari specific phenomenon.
Yeah.
Remember the TC setting again if you feel limited.
Yeah. Too late. I guess with less brake migration forward, I can't brake as late.
Actually you can, I think you just held on for too long.
Okay.
Otherwise just put the brake bar as a click forwards at default, but I wouldn't recommend regarding turn 10. Try to put front anti-roll bar to CP2, please.
Yeah.
I think it just gives a more gentle car.
Yeah, it just feels so bouncy, like in a weird way, not a soft way.
Yeah, the
Sorry,
bounciness can come from the front third spring.
Like through here, it's less bouncy now, actually. I feel like if I lift and then turn in, I just carry too much speed.
That's why you need to be done with the braking beforehand.
Yeah.
So you need to brake 5 meters earlier to allow for that.
Yeah, okay. Don't do that.
Yeah, maybe the front third spring needs to go to 1. I think you're getting a bit too low on the front.
What makes you think that?
I think it's grabbing a lot more over those curbs, and you have a lot more oversteering moments, and also you have slower straight line speed, which is due to the increased brake. But it's also in corners like this where suddenly at this point the cars just snap into the inside. It just gives me the feeling that the aerodynamical balance on the center of gravity is a bit overdone.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely more oversteer. I'll try and put a lap together.
And yeah. If that doesn't do the trick, then just go front third spring back to 1 and 1 click stiffer on the front corner springs again.
Yeah.
That should maybe get the car more into balance. I mean, the good news is that the car is actually rotating now.
I don't know if that's... I'm kind of getting the hang of braking a lot more than turning in. I don't know if that's a me thing.
Yeah, but like you see in corners like this that the car is now a lot more active on the front.
Yeah.
Yeah. You get 2 more laps if you want to do the clicks, but otherwise you can also just like try to get laps more with that right now.
Yeah, I'll finish out the session driving because it just takes too like my front right is still 66 degrees. So
yeah.
I'll just if you just make a note of that.
Yep.
Just because I'll forget otherwise, and then I can apply it after. Like
try front anti-roll by CP3 actually.
Okay. AP1 on the rear?
Yeah.
Like you can see there, like I know the delta's plus 1.5, but it came down a lot just from doing a lot of the braking first. Just need to wrap my head around it a bit more.
Yeah, you can actually start accelerating earlier on those hairpin apexes, like just a little bit of semi-throttle. Like power. I can even go way earlier there.
Yeah.
Power. Yeah, stay with it, stay with it, stay on it. Power. I just need a lot of semi-throttle. Power. You can see like you can finish that last bit of rotation with a throttle on a Ferrari. Like on rears, quite rotating well on power then, and power. Power. You got a lot of potential on those exits there.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you one more, like you have 2 more laps. I'll give you one more indication with the powers, and when the last lap is up to you.
Okay.
Power. Almost like it's just about knowing what the car's doing.
Yeah.
Power.
DC wasn't a lot then.
Stick with it, yeah. Power. Remember the outside line? Power. Now you see, you were overwhelmed by how good the car rotated from the outside lane.
Yeah.
If at this turn 11 you can also try taking half of the curb with the car, should not be an issue.
Okay.
Try to come from the very outside into 12 up the hill. Like the more you get from the outside, the more flat you can take the actual turn then.
Yeah. Too much.
Wanna have more call outs on the last lap or just go for yourself?
Yeah, I can go for it.
Okay.
I don't mind.
Power. It's sadly a bit too understeery into the actual turn 1.
Yeah.
Need to stay way more on the inside on the exit there. Power. Power. You stay on it, yes. Very good. Yes.
Oh, no.
The server, yeah, I mean, the server it just came to an end.
I thought it would give me the lap. Otherwise.
It doesn't do it. Like there is a fixed time where it then stops after the session. And since you were quite over the line towards the end of the session anyway. Yeah.
Yeah.
Set story. So to note down for yourself, third spring on the front +1. And corner springs on the front also +1. For the setup, you know.
Yeah, so +1 on the changes,
both,
which is
yeah.
And front spring +1 too.
Yes. So back into the 15.0 whatever it is.
Yeah. Okay. I think, yeah, I need to do a bit more dialing in, I think, just overall.
Yeah, you were quite a bit, as you said, rusty, but
yeah,
like generally, I think lines in general are fine. Remember to take the outside lane through turn 10. Like there's 2/10 for sure, and then you can probably scroll back to some old Ferrari race of mine at Bahrain, and then you'll see what I do with the brake. Like you have the telemetry there, the trace.
Yeah.
And you'll see that most of the low speed turns to get the car rotating is like really you need to be coasting, because if you're braking, remember this is LMH, so they have a 200 kilowatts brake momentum on the front axis, and the moment you are just tapping on the brakes, no mechanical brake will be applied, so only the electric motor that is going to recuperate, and it obviously does that on the front solidly, so it's like braking 100% brake bias on the front.
Right.
That is how LMH is working at.
Because I have watched, like, obviously you did multi-class last season in the Ferrari, and like I'm sure I've seen on a lot of corners, like there is still like a tiny bit of brake still. Like I feel like I never saw. I'll try and find a clip, but like the concept of me having to come off completely then turn in, I'm sure I never saw you do. But maybe that's just because I don't know it well enough, but like it just seems really strange in my head to have to come off completely then turn in.
Mm.
Because I'm sure I've never seen it, but maybe I just don't know what I'm looking at.
Yeah, feel free. We
I'll,
can go through some of
I'll
these
double
clips
check.
together in the aftermath. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I'll have a look, see if I can find. I'll try and find one for Bahrain. You must have done Ferrari at Bahrain at some point.
Yeah, like in that last season for sure. I did it, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Cool.
That's cool though. Sorry, I was a bit rusty, but
That's fine.
I've got a lot of things to take away. So that's the main thing.
Yeah, yeah. And let me know about your progress, and if you have any further questions in the meanwhile, just
Yeah.
reach out.
Sounds good. All right. Cheers, Michi.
Cheers. Bye bye.
Yep.
So, guys, if you've enjoyed the coaching session, let me down in the comments area below. Put the thumbs up on the video. And of course, if you want to get your coaching going here on Le Mans Ultimate or even rFactor 2, then let me know. Write me a mail, simracing@mitchy-hire.com, and then we'll get things going. Once again, I'd like to say thank you for Jack. I'll be curious to see what his improvements are going to be in the aftermath of this session. And we're gonna see how that goes in the future, guys. Thanks for watching. See you. Bye bye.